Welcome back, everyone. How are you? Hope you're well. This is part 5 of the research and planning for the coursework. So what we're going to focus on in this session is the double page spread. So we're just going to have a reminder of what we've actually got to do for this coursework. Okay, so key points. Obviously, it's 30% of the overall grade. It's important. You have got to create your own magazine brand. In order to do this, you've got to research magazines and the magazine industry. You've got to plan your production once you've done that research. We're currently in the research stage. And then you've got to create some print media and a website for your magazine brand that includes some audio visual material as well as other images. So previously we've worked on the front cover for print media. Today we're going to focus on the double page spread, which can be called the double page feature as well. And for this, you've got to be thinking about the terminology that you use to identify aspects of the double page spread. And these are all listed here. These are things that you will have to be able to sort of understand and be able to apply to your own work. So stuff we've covered before, obviously there's things like a headline that we can see here. I do very well with that. Column layout, a main image, of course, and minor images as well. We'll look at all of these, and at least 2 pull quotes. So we've got to understand what these things are. So key things that you have to be able to identify in a double page spread are these things here listed here, and I've just taken these off the brief that we've previously been looking at. So of course a lot of these you'll be familiar with. Body text from when we look at newspapers are the written words, the main body of the article. The headline we'll be familiar with, and we'll go through other ones as well. Okay, so first of all, the double page spread. What is a double page spread? So a double page spread is a article or feature that goes across 2 pages of the magazine. So if you open up any magazine, there will be 2 pages in front of you separated. Now, the idea of a double page spread is that it uses the scope of these 2 pages for the same article. And we can have a look at this example from a magazine called NME, New Musical Express here. Okay, and it's just use the whole space from 2 pages to create 1 article, in this case with Liam Gallagher. Okay, so what we're going to do is just look at some key features of this magazine. So things that we've got to identify, just a reminder there in the top left of the screen. So of course, there's a headline, so we'll be familiar with a headline. There's also something called stand first. So stand first introduces a little bit more about the article, gives a bit more context to it, gives a bit more background to it. And if people read the headline and they're interested, the stand first draws them in a little bit more and prepares them for what the article is going to be about. Okay. There's also a byline, so who writes this, so the name of the journalist. Again, we're familiar with that from stuff we've done on newspapers. There's something called a pull quote. So a pull quote is a quote that is taken from the article or pulled from the article. And we know it's a pull quote because it uses the speech marks. So if we see speech marks around everything, so we can sort of see them here, and here it's a quotation. It's saying it's a quotation. Okay, so that would be a pull quote, and magazines, double page features particularly, use them quite a lot. Just complicatedly, or it's also used a quote for this headline as well. So you could say this is a headline and it's a pull quote as well, because we can see the inverted commas there, or the speech marks there as well. Okay, so the main image, of course, got to have a main image, and the body text here. So the body text, how do we organize the body text? Well, body text is organized in columns. So each one of these features here is a column. It's separated by what's known as a gutter that I'm just sort of drawing down at the moment. So this would be a gutter, known as a gutter. And we can see this is a 3-column layout, but you can use different column layouts, as we'll look at with other examples. There's also a caption for the photograph. So where was the photograph taken? What's the context to it? What does it tell us about it? And also who took it as well. So you can have a byline for the photographer as well, and you need to have that. In addition to that, the magazine title and page number needs to be on both pages. That's one of the requirements for your work. So you have to identify those as well. Okay, now we're going to look at a different type of double page spread. Okay, can we see some variations here? And what is different about this? This actually uses additional images. The previous one, Liam Gallagher, didn't do that, but it has all the other things that we've got on it. Again, we've got the gutter here with the 3-column structure. It has a headline, of course. It has a stand first, which is in this case over here. Okay, so here's the stand first. And it has the other things, such as a pull quote that we've already sort of looked at. And I think this is the pull quote here, around here. So, okay, so that's a different style. Okay, this is different again. And double page spreads, double page features can appear in very different styles. This is a 2-column layout. So we can see here longer lines, but in 2 columns. But it has other things as well. So the pull quote, for example, is almost acting as the headline here as well. We can see that. And of course, we've got a main image, but we've got no additional images. Of course, we've got other features here, such as the caption for the image and the credit for the photography as well. Okay, as well as other things such as the name of the magazine and of course the page number. Okay, we can see these things here. So to find double page spreads, or you might want to call them double page features, it's fairly straightforward. If you can get onto Google and just obviously double page, I think double page feature will work, and obviously go into images, and you've got loads of, yes, you've got loads of different options there. Obviously, if you want to do it for a specific interest, so if you're doing this, these are mainly from music magazines and things, but if you want fashion or whatever, you know, just maybe the name of the magazine. So for example, previously I've looked at men's health, so let's have a look at that. Men's health, double page features, and yeah, that's coming up with loads of stuff that I can just you know, use, or feature isn't working. It's the word spread use. Throw up different results, we can do that. Yeah, we've got loads of different things on there. So yeah, so that's how you can find loads of different double page spreads, and I want you to pick 3 different ones that are designed in different ways. As we can see here, that's a double page spread, but it's designed in a particular way. So is that, it's designed in a particular way. So I want you to pick out 3 different ones and analyze them and annotate them using the appropriate terminology. Okay, so what I want you to do is to be able to do these 3 things. Okay, I want you to find 3 double page spreads, and I want you to be able to identify the features on each by annotating them. And then once you've done that with 3 different styles of double page spreads, I just want you to send them back to me so I know you can recognize different styles, different ways of putting double page spreads together, and also you can apply the features. Thank you.